everyone, this is Lalita ma'am. Once again welcome to my virtual classroom. In the previous video you have studied about Zaid crops, Kharif crops, Rabi crops, what are crops, what is agriculture and so on. Now in today's lecture we are going to cover the topic agricultural practices. Now in this image you can see the different activities that a farmer is performing for growing crops, like preparation of soil, sowing, adding fertilizers, irrigation, weeding, harvesting, threshing and then storing the grains. Okay, now these are the different activities that a farmer actually need to perform for getting or for growing good quality of crops. Now these series of activities that a farmer performs in a particular sequence are known as agricultural practices. Now in this image you can see the two different types of agriculture. One is the traditional method, other one is the modern method. In the traditional method, like on the left hand side, you can see the farmer is plowing the field by using wooden plow. But in the modern method you can see it is being done by the tractors. So animals are also not getting trouble, or they are not being used. Instead of that, tractors or machines are being used, which makes your work more easier, more faster, and it saves time. Okay, so now the different out of different agricultural practices, the first and the most important agricultural practice is soil preparation. Now what is soil preparation and why is it so important? Okay, it is the first step of agriculture. Now, and also it is the very important step, because you know that the plants they grow, or the crops they grow in the soil. So soil is considered as the basic medium for growing the crops, and also these plants absorb nutrients, water and air from this soil itself. So that is why the soil needs to be prepared before sowing seeds into it. Now how it is to be prepared? By three steps or three stages. First plowing, then leveling and then applying fertilizers. We are going to explore these three steps one by one. Now what is plowing? Okay, the process of loosening or turning the soil is called plowing or tilling. Now why do we need to loosen the soil? Is soil hard? Yes, the soil becomes hard over period of time. Okay, now this hard soil need to be loosened, because it is not possible to sow the seeds in this hard soil, and also the plants would not stand firm. Also the plants would not be able to absorb the nutrients from the soil, and the roots will not be able to reach deeper if the soil is not loose. So the soil need to be loosened and it needs to be turned. Now why turning of soil is important? Like once you grow crops in the same field for long period of time, then the nutrient the nutrient capability of the soil decreases, and as the quantity of nutrients in the soil decreases, the crops may not grow properly. So the bottom layer of soil which contains nutrients, it needs to be turned up, it needs to be brought up, and when this rotation takes place, or when the bottom layer comes up. Now how this bottom layer contains nutrients? Because the plants or the animals that die, they decompose by the microbial activities that are present in the soil, and this decomposition converts these dead plants and animals into humus, and this humus is very good for the growth of the plants. So for that purpose the soil needs to be turned as well. Now leveling. What is leveling? Now once the solid soil is being brought up, or it is being loosened, now still there are some lumps of soil or hard clods of soil that remain in it. So those hard clods need to be crushed and made it like softer again. So this process of crushing up of this hard clods of soil is by using wooden or iron planks is known as leveling. Then once the leveling is done, the soil need to be added with the fertilizers. Now these fertilizers, they contain some nutrients that are good for the growth of the plants. So either natural fertilizers or chemical fertilizers. But natural fertilizers are good because they are made naturally, so they do not harm plants, and even they do not harm the people who consume the plant products. Okay, so nowadays we can see like people are adapting the organic type of farming. Yes, in many places we have seen this. Okay, now this how this plowing is done. So the implements or the tools that are required for plowing are wooden plow or iron plank. Now this wooden plow, it is it is used when animals are being used for plowing the field. Okay, and manually, for manual type of work it is being done. And this iron plank, it is used along with the tractors, machines, and this iron plank makes plowing more easier and more, the work is done more faster. Okay, now why do we need to plow? As we have already discussed some of the points before, now why is plowing so important? Because the roots of the plants will be able to reach more deeper into the soil. Now what will happen if the roots will reach more deeper? These roots will be able to absorb the nutrients or the water which is present in the deeper part of the soil. Okay, then if once the soil is loose after plowing, then it traps air. The air also enters in it, and it is easier for the, as it is easier for the air to enter the soil, then this air also contains some nutrients that are required for the growth of plants, like nitrogen. Yes, now also it retains moisture for longer duration. If the soil is loose, then it can retain for water for longer duration. So watering will also be less. It will also be required less. Okay, then it also brings nutrient rich soil to the top. As we have already discussed, when the crops are grown in the same field for a long time, then these crops may absorb, or the soil nutrient content of the soil may decrease. So the nutrients rich soil that is present in the bottom layer or the next layer, that comes up because of this plowing. It also helps the soil to mix well with the fertilizers. Now these fertilizers are powdery substances. Yes, so when the soil will be loosened then or soft, then only these fertilizers will be mixed well. Otherwise, if the soil will be hard or in the form of clots or lumps, then definitely the fertilizers won't be mixed in it properly. Also many weeds grow with time in the soil. So these weeds also will also come out and will also be removed because of this plowing. Now the one more important topic is humus. Now what is humus? Now humus is the organic component of soil that is formed by the decomposition of dead plants and animals, or the leaves and other plant material, with the help of microorganisms. Now as you know, microorganisms are present everywhere, yes, around us. So these microorganisms are also present in the soil. Now the microorganisms that are present in the soil, what do? They decompose the leaves and other plant material. Like once the plant dies, then these organisms, they decompose that plant material, and this is an organic component, and this organic component or humus is very good for the growth of the plants. Okay, now the next process of soil preparation is leveling. Now what is leveling? Now already discussed before, you can see in the image the two different types of levelers. One is can be used manually, or the other one you can see a big type of leveler which is being attached to the tractor, and with that the soil, which is even if the soil contains small amount of clods, then with this leveler the soil becomes soft, or those clods also gets crushed. Okay, and it makes the field even for the growth of crops or for sowing seeds. Now applying fertilizers. Now fertilizers, these are the natural or chemical substances that are being added to the soil, and also they contain one or the more nutrients which are very essential or important for the growth of the plant. Now these fertilizers, they are of two types: natural fertilizers and chemical fertilizers. Now natural fertilizers are obtained naturally, okay, like compost, manure, these are man-made, so naturally these are obtained, okay. And then chemical fertilizers, they are produced in the factories, and these chemical fertilizers also fulfill the nutrient requirement of the plant. Now some examples of natural fertilizers and chemical fertilizers are like manure, compost, bone meal. Now what is bone meal? Bone meal is the mixture of crushed and coarsely grounded bones. When the bones are crushed and they are grounded, then that is called as bone meal. This bone meal is very good for the growth of crops. And the bark of neem also can be used as a natural fertilizers. Now some of the chemical fertilizers are urea, ammonium sulfate, potash. Now NPK, what is NPK? Nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. These are the different chemical fertilizers that are being used for the growth of crops. Now when you apply these fertilizers, or natural or chemical substances, then these chemical substances may get washed away along with the rainwater or along with the floods. So when along with the rainwater, when these chemical substances get washed away, this water, when it mixes with the river water, or when because of the seepage of the ground, when underground seepage, when this water enters the ground or it mixes with underground water, then these chemical substances also gets mixed to it. And now when the same underground water in the form of like tube well water or bore well, when you consume it, these substances may enter your body as well. So now as these substances will, when it enters your body, it may harm your body. So it is better if we follow the organic type of farming, or if we follow or if we use natural type of fertilizers. Okay, now or not only human beings, but when these fertilizers get washed away in the rainwater, in the river water, then they may harm the aquatic animals like fish and other aquatic animals that survive in it, in that river or in that water bodies. So this leaching is not good for some like we can say for plants as well as animals, when it gets when these chemicals get mixed with the water. Okay, so I hope today's topic was interesting, and I'll come up with more interesting topics in the next video. Until then, please subscribe to the channel and stay connected. Thank you. Bye bye.